Good evening, welcome back, Real Chip TV, Week 3, Bird's Eye Breakdown. The Eagles traveling to New York Jets. Man, tough. Mark Sanchez. Mark Sanchez, hoping he's not the starter at this point of the season, but you know, anything can happen. I think the big story for this is the Jets got a new coach, Todd Bowles. He was our defensive coordinator when Juan Castillo got fired. And believe it or not, he might have done worse than Juan Castillo when he came in, but Todd Bowles then went to Arizona, did a pretty good job last year, and helped him get this gig for the Jets.
Yeah, he does a heck of a job.
Also, you got Michael Vick. You know, he could make an appearance. You never know.
Some way, somehow, played for both of these teams.
Yeah.
The last two teams in the NFL. So.
Yeah. And then you have the both teams. They really went for their secondary this year. The Jets got Rivas, Cromartie, Skrine, is that right?
Skrine, Rivas, Cromartie, Marcus Gilchrist,
Buster Skrine. That is a name. That is a name. That's like Buster's a cool name. All right, the Eagles obviously getting Maxwell and Walter Thurman, and we drafted Eric Rose. So I think both teams really wanted to improve their secondary, and the Jets have always been, big on defense. That kind of carried them in the 2009, 2010 back-to-back AFC Championship games. So what are your initial thoughts on this game?
It's a tough game. On the road, you're coming off a really emotional game against Dallas.
Yeah, hangover game for sure.
Yeah, definitely. It's tough, and like you said, both teams wanted to improve secondary. Their strengths are the front seven on defense. On offense, they have question marks at quarterback. We have the Sam Bradford thing, obviously the Mark Sanchez thing, and they have Geno Smith and Ryan Fitzpatrick, so it's two question marks as well. So it's going to be. It's one of those games that can come down to that one play. Yeah. And that's what scares me. Those are the scary games.
Yeah. So what do you think the keys of the game for the Eagles are tonight?
I think you got to be really mentally and physically tough against a team on the road. You're going to New York, to New Jersey. We definitely should get tickets to the game.
We should.
Get
I'm
tickets.
down.
All of our followers. Get tickets, sit with us.
Oh, we could invade.
Chip God section.
Yeah,
let's get it.
All right, let's do it.
We need some green, the dark green, midnight green in that stadium. Okay. So, but we're gonna have to be really mentally and physically tough with this team. They're gonna imply the same regimen. Todd Bowles loves to bring that big time blitz. So we gotta block up, and we gotta really just be ready to just fight for every yard, every down, every single second of that game has to be a hard nose.
Yeah, Maxwell versus Brandon Marshall. That's going to be cool to watch, right?
That's a tough one. Brandon Marshall is one of my favorite players in the NFL. He's getting older. He had an injury last year, but he's still a top flight receiver. And he's going to give us problems if we let him free. Yeah, and then we have, I think our defense, our front seven is going to be trying to look for that, that statement game going off the road. Hopefully they have a big game against Dallas and stuff, trying to shut down that offensive line, but. It's definitely going to be a tough one on the road. Like you said, I think that coming off, which hopefully is a win, but it's going to be a very emotional game against the Cowboys. So it should be interesting. What do you think the keys for the game for the Jets are? They got to set the Beastie boys loose, is what I like to call them. They got Sheldon Richardson's going to be suspended, but he's absolute stud. Obviously doesn't matter for this game, but he's the head of the Beastie boys. And then, behind them, they got some guys. They have Leonard Williams, who they drafted 6th overall. I thought he was the best defensive player in the draft, personally. I thought the Titans should have taken him if they didn't like Mariota, but they did. I thought the Redskins even should have taken this guy at 5. He's just going to be a stud. He USC product, and he's going to join Muhammad Wilkerson, who went to my alma mater in Temple. Great player there. And then they have Damon Harrison, the nose tackle. They have David Harris as their inside linebacker. He's somewhat of their D'Amico Ryans, a signal caller. He's a veteran guy. Quentin Copeland is an outside guy that they had who's going to be pass rushing. He's kind of like a Brandon Graham in a sense where he's kind of breaking out and coming into his own right now. So I really think they're similar. The two teams are very similar. I think they're going to imply a lot of the same tactics to win. Get after the quarterback, play hard-nosed football, and try to get that victory.
Yeah, I think their defensive schemes are definitely going to be kind of similar. And Bowles really, he's rolls the dice with those blitzes for sure. Absolutely.
Really aggressive.
Yeah. So what do you think the final outcome for this one's going to be?
It pains me to say this on camera. I'm going to go with the Jets, though.
Jets?
I'm going to say the Jets just inch one out. I say 23-21, reminiscent of last year's San Francisco 49ers type game where it's stiff all game. It's we inch, but I think these are going to be one of the games that slips away from us.
Really? Okay.
Jets get it.
I am taking the Eagles on this one, so yeah, I'm taking the Eagles. I'm an optimistic Oswald. That's what you call him. But I'm taking the Eagles. But I do think it's gonna be ugly. I think it's gonna be like 17-16 by score. Like I think it's gonna be just a defensive battle. But I do think Bradford's gonna make a few key throws and stuff like that. And I do think that we do eke one out, but it's gonna be tough. We're gonna get out. It's gonna be one of those games where we get out to a really slow start and where you're just in your living room throwing a fit. So it's gonna stress you out, either regardless of our outcomes, whatever one you want. This game is going to stress you out. Hopefully they can get it done. That's gonna wrap it up. Real Chip TV Bird's Eye Breakdown. See you next time.
Geno Smith sucks.